So let's discuss about some passing rates from the recent years. Okay, so you can see that I have taken the passing rates of 2018-19 fiscal year. So if you see the global passing rates for CMA Part 1, they were 45%, and same for the Part 2 exam. It means if 100 students are giving the exam, 45 are passing, okay, and 55 are unsuccessful. If you see the Middle East and Africa, the passing rate for Part 1 exam was 23% only, and Part 2 was 32%, which is below the global average. In Asia Pacific, it is more, 41% and 57%, right? So from the passing rate, you can see that CMA Part 1 exam has less passing rate. It means it is a little bit more tough exam. Depends. I cannot say that. However, both exams are important and they have different topics which are challenging. Okay. So you can only decide about it when you are studying those exams. In 2018 and 19, 11,530 candidates, they joined the CMA certification. They got the CMA certification. So let's discuss what is the reason behind low passing rates in Middle East and Africa. Okay. So these are some of the reasons. If you can see, first of all, English is not our native language, and you know very well that CMA exam right now is only offered in English. Okay, so English is really important for passing this exam. Secondly, as I told you in one of my other videos of minimum requirements, there is no minimum requirement, means you can give the exams even if you are not having a bachelor's degree. However, to claim the certificate, you need bachelor's, right? So sometimes people, they join, they don't have a bachelor's degree and they end up failing the exam, right? So you need to make sure that you have a proper background, and if not a proper background, first you need to take some basic course in accounting and finance, and then you can go for CMA program. Okay, it will help you a lot. Otherwise, you are going to waste a lot of money. Moving on, like some candidates, they have done bachelor's and master's like 10-15 years ago, and now they are not having good expertise in the basic concepts. So they need to make sure that they need to refresh their knowledge, okay, before they start the CMA program. And for this purpose, we have designed a separate course which is called Pre-CMA, in which you are going to have some pre-recorded lectures on basic financial and management accounting. Once you cover it, you are good to go to join the CMA program. Then the essay writing is extremely important. Like I said in one of my other videos in which I was talking about why students fail in CMA. So one of the reasons is they don't know how to write, how much to write, and what to write. Okay, so this is really important, and in my classes, I focus a lot on MCQ, on this essay practice, okay, and I write for you. I tell you how much to write and what to write in the essay part. Because what happens is, in the official answer, sometimes they write too much, and that too much is not what you have to write in exam. Okay, why they write that much? Because they are telling you from every perspective that topic, right? So you need to remember that the official answers are not what is required from you in the exam. Okay, so that when you are going to join our classes, I will tell you further about it. You need to also remember, don't just remember the concepts. You need to also go for the logics, okay? So in my classes, I try to make sure that I'm not only teaching you the tips to pass the exam, I'm also teaching you how you can apply these concepts in a practical situation, okay? Like for example, some tutors, they will not teach you how to create a full-fledged budget, because normally in exam, they don't ask you to create a full-fledged budget, right? So if you are going to the interview later on after passing your exam, and the interviewer is asking you to create a budget, so what you will tell them? That I don't know how to create a budget, I only know how to solve MCQs? Like this you will tell them? No, right? So you need to make sure while you are studying CMA, you not only focus on passing exams, but also you need to learn how these concepts are applied in practical perspective. Whether you talk about making the financial statements or making the budgets or forecasts or any other concept, you need to know the complete picture, not only how to solve MCQs, right? And finally, some students, they have exam fear. This is natural. So you need to work on your weaknesses, right? And we help you overcome this exam stress, panic situations, how to overcome, right? So these all tips and techniques I normally give from time to time during my classes and help students to pass the exam in the first attempt.